first-class travel most people only see in movies. These are the things we often imagine when we think about spending big, the symbols of success and indulgence that fill our social media feeds and fuel our daydreams. For many, these luxuries represent the ultimate goals, the rewards for years of hard work and saving. But what if I told you that, for most people, the most expensive thing you'll ever buy isn't parked in your driveway, sparkling on your finger, or stamped in your passport? There's one purchase that almost every adult makes, and it quietly overshadows all those luxury splurges. It's not a mansion with a hefty price tag or a shopping spree that leaves you breathless at the register. In fact, it's so woven into the fabric of everyday life that we rarely stop to consider just how much it truly costs. This is the expense that dwarfs even the most extravagant items on your wish list. That's right, it's raising a child. While we might not think of parenthood as a luxury, the reality is that bringing up a child is one of the most significant financial commitments you'll ever make. From diapers and daycare to school supplies, birthday parties, and braces, the costs add up in ways you might never expect. And unlike a car or a vacation, this investment lasts for nearly 2 decades, shaping every aspect of your life and your budget. When you break down the numbers, the scale of this commitment becomes crystal clear. The expenses start before your child is even born, with prenatal care and baby gear, and they only grow from there, covering food, clothing, healthcare, education, and countless other needs. For most families, raising a child is the single biggest financial journey they'll ever embark on, far surpassing the cost of any luxury item you can buy outright. So today, we're putting this idea to the ultimate test. What actually costs more, raising a child from birth to age 18, or owning some of the world's most extravagant luxuries? We'll stack up the numbers side by side and see how the cost of parenthood compares to the price tags of sports cars, private jets, and luxury yachts. You might be surprised to find out just how much you're really investing in your family's future. We'll break down the costs, look at the hidden expenses, and reveal some jaw-dropping facts that could change the way you think about your finances forever. Whether you're a parent, planning to become one, or just curious about where your money really goes, this comparison will open your eyes to the true price of raising a child versus living a life of luxury. So stick around for the final comparison. It's going to blow your mind and might just change the way you see your biggest investment. Let's get started. First up, imagine taking a $10,000 dream vacation every year for 18 years. First-class flights, 5-star hotels, the works. That's $180,000 spent on pure luxury and adventure. Now compare that to the average cost of raising a child in the U.S., $310,605. That's over $130,000 more than a lifetime of annual luxury vacations. You can travel the world and still have enough left over for a brand new Porsche. Most people think world travel is the ultimate expense, but parenthood quietly eclipses it. Round one, the cost of a child wins, hands down, and we're just getting started. Let's raise the stakes. A brand new Lamborghini Huracan straight off the lot costs about $250,000. That's a dream car, a symbol of ultimate wealth. But raising a child, still $60,000 more expensive. You could buy the Lambo, pay for years of insurance and gas, and still not match the cost of parenthood. The daily expenses of raising a child add up to more than the world's most coveted supercar. Once again, the child takes the point. Score child 2, luxury 0. What could possibly top this? Next, a 5-carat D-color flawless diamond ring worth $150,000. It's the ultimate symbol of wealth, but it's less than half the cost of raising a child. You could buy 2 of these perfect diamonds and still not reach the total. The cost of parenthood is a slow, relentless subscription. Thousands of small payments that add up to more than the rarest gem. The diamond doesn't stand a chance. The child wins again. Score child 3, luxury 0. Is there anything that can compete? Let's go bigger. Imagine this, your very own private island. Not just a vacation, not just a weekend getaway, but an entire island to call your own. The kind of place you see in movies, where the only footprints in the sand are yours, and the only sound is the gentle crash of turquoise waves. It sounds like the ultimate fantasy, right? But here's the twist. This dream raising a child is so massive, it rivals the price of some of the world's most extravagant luxuries. But we're not done yet. There's one last comparison to make, one final test to see if anything can finally outpace the cost of raising a child. So let's turn the page and see if there's any luxury left in the world that can finally top the staggering cost of parenthood. The final round, buying a house, the classic American dream. For generations, owning a home has symbolized stability, success, and a place to call your own. It's the milestone so many families work toward, saving for years, imagining the day they'll finally hold the keys to their very own front door. But what if we told you there's another investment just as significant that quietly shapes your life and your finances? Today, the median U.S. home price hovers around $420,000. That's a number that can make anyone pause, whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned homeowner. It's a sum that represents years of hard work, careful budgeting, and often a hefty mortgage that stretches over decades. But here's a twist. Raising a child to adulthood just to their 18th birthday costs an average of $310,605. That's food, clothing, healthcare, school supplies, birthday parties, and all the little surprises along the way. Every family budget meeting, every decision about what to spend or save is shaped by the needs of a growing child. And if you're planning to help your child through college, add another $100,000 for 4 years of tuition, books, and living expenses. Suddenly, you're looking at a total of $410,000. Almost the same as the price of that house you've been dreaming about. When you see the numbers side by side, it's almost uncanny. The cost of raising a child and sending them to college is nearly identical to the cost of buying a home. Two massive investments, both shaping your future in profound ways. Think about it. Two of life's biggest milestones, raising a child and buying a home, carry almost the exact same price tag. One is a physical structure, a place to live. The other is a living, breathing person growing and changing every day. Most people assume their mortgage is their one giant expense, the thing that will define their financial life. But if you have a child and plan to support their education, you're actually taking on two monumental financial journeys at once. One investment is for a building, a house that stands still, waiting for you at the end of every day. The other is for a person, a child who grows, learns, and eventually sets out into the world, carrying a piece of you with them. Every school trip you sign for, every new pair of shoes you buy, every tuition payment you make, it's like making a mortgage payment on a human being. The costs come in small, steady installments, but over time they add up to something enormous. This is the ultimate perspective shift. We often talk about the price of real estate, but rarely do we stop to consider the true, lifelong investment of raising a child. The real cost of parenthood is staggering. It's not just about money, it's about time, energy, and the emotional investment that comes with every decision, every sacrifice, every hope for your child's future. It's a financial reality most people never truly consider until they're living it, until the bills start arriving and the years start flying by. The journey of raising a child is as big, as meaningful, and as costly as buying a home. Let that sink in. The next time you see a for sale sign, remember you might already be making the biggest investment of your life right at home. So, raising a child through college costs about the same as buying a house, and more than a private island, a supercar, or a lifetime of luxury vacations. The numbers are staggering, but they reveal a truth. Parenthood is the ultimate investment. The joy, love, and meeting children bring are priceless, but the financial responsibility is real. If this changed your perspective, hit like and subscribe for more content that makes you think. What shocked you most? The supercar, the island, or the final comparison? Let us know in the comments. For every comment, we'll donate $1 to help kids in need. Thanks for watching. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends to spread the word.